The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Welcome to the Defy Life Podcast, brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network. I'm your host, J.R. Glenn, joined as always by my wonderful co-host, Alvin Glenn, Thomas Stevens. What's good, Al?
Hey, what up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Looking forward to the show. Always good to be on here with you fellas.
No doubt, no doubt. Pooh, what's good?
Man, what's good? What's good? Another week closer, brother. Another
Right.
week closer.
We almost there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's good to see y'all's faces. Everybody out there, thanks y'all for watching, listening. Go follow us on YouTube, X, everywhere. Go Defy Life. Check us out on the website, defylife.co. We everywhere. Let's get right to it, man. Al,
Yo.
so preseason week 3. I always like week 3. I mean, it's of course it's the last preseason game, one game closer to the regular season.
Yes, sir.
But we always get to see the backups. So the starters don't really play much, but you always get to see the guys trying to fight for roster spots and make a name for themselves. And, as Mike Tomlin would put it, 2 dogs, 1 bone. But it's always those guys trying to, showcase their talents and prove that they belong. But in a special case to you, Trey Lance got exclusive work at quarterback for the Cowboys in the last preseason game, and it was pretty bad, man. I mean, he ran the ball well, which is, I guess, is good if you think about the Cowboys' need for running backs. But I think it was 33 for 49,
300 yards.
He better for 50 pass attempts.
I'm just saying, 300 yards.
323 yards, something like that.
Scrimmage.
1 touchdown and 5 interceptions, 11 rushes for 90 yards.
Yeah.
From 2 questions. One,
Okay.
Is he poised to go into the season as Dak's primary backup?
No.
Okay.
While we saw progress in this preseason, I wouldn't want him as my number 2. I think number 3, he's shown enough that I would keep him as my number 3 because I saw something there.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a young quarterback. He hasn't played a lot. He is careless with the ball at times, but in terms of arm talent, definitely athleticism, the running. I mean, he had almost a 50-yard run for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I would hold on to him, but I would still keep Cooper Rush
Okay.
as my backup.
So as far as his future as a starter in this league, is he cooked? Is he washed?
Still think it's too early to say, right? Because I think he's the typical young quarterback, not the elite young quarterback, because there's some elite young quarterbacks who don't do what I'm about to say, which is are careless with the ball. Right. And I think some quarterbacks, it takes a little longer for them to really master that concept. He still tries to force it in a little too much. And so I think the more he plays, hopefully we won't see as much as that. But I wouldn't say he's cooked. I wouldn't say he's washed. I wouldn't say he's but yet. Still jury's out. But I still like there's some potential there. I'm still right there. Hold on to him.
Yeah. Because that's my thing. Like, it's hard to shake that. Because if he was a 6th-round pick, we wouldn't be talking about this, right?
Mm-hmm. So
it's hard to shake that as a 1st-round pick. But now, as a former 1st-round pick who's now a 3rd stringer, it kind of becomes difficult because when do you get those reps? And so now he's almost got to wait till next year to get more reps, and he's going to run out of time. So that's the difficult part. Pooh, what do you think?
Initially, when I looked at it, I was like, done, cooked, baked.
Keon though.
Rising. Yeah, but like as I go back and look at it in retrospect, bro, that might be his seventh game. Like he
That's all
hasn't
I'm
played
saying.
he hasn't played games. He hasn't had
Mhm.
reps. He's been injured, he's been down, he's been out. So he's really, really he has lack of game experience or just experience, period. What he played,
Mhm.
8 college games or something crazy like that. Then he
Something
hasn't
like
played games in the yeah, he hasn't played games in the NFL. He missed one camp, I think 2 camps. So he just hasn't played. And you can see he has something there. We just don't know if he's gonna get to exhibit it. Like
that. Right.
to go back on what you said is time may just run out.
Yeah, because I don't like the only way like that usually works out is if one the starter gets hurt and he gets
Mhm.
at least a half a season to showcase what he's got. But if he's the third stringer, then that's a whole lot of hurting got to be going on. Or
If
two,
oh
huh?
no, I was just gonna say I think Dallas is looking at him as a possible in terms of how they see him in the league. They're
Mm,
like, yo, what if this guy could be our backup to Dak for the next 3, 4, 5 years,
right,
with not necessarily looking at him as our starter, but I
right.
think they might have groomed themselves a replacement for Cooper Rush.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at, how they're like gonna build him into our organization. I think Dak's the quarterback of our future.
So are they definitely bringing Dak back?
Think that's a prove it till
All
I
right.
that's a lot of money. And
Yeah.
as much as I'm a Dak fan, $60 million when you got Micah wanting to get paid soon.
And you
I'm not
just paid
hoping Dak
CD.
leaves.
Oh,
They just paid CD.
all right.
Um, we got good cornerbacks. We got really good linemen. I'm just saying $60 million is a lot of money to top at quarterback.
Yeah.
And you're not playing better in the playoffs.
All right.
And Dak has not
But as they say, that's the
so far played
that's
better in the
the
playoffs.
that's the cost of doing business. Like it's either you like unfortunately, I mean, unless you get lucky like the Chiefs and Mahomes, your quarterback is dominant as a second year player,
Mm-hmm.
or Brock Purdy, or somebody where you can kind of cheat the code a little bit, and while your quarterback's on a rookie contract. Um, but then like back to Trey Lance, like and the only other way is if they groom him to be a starter and or the future or the backup of the future. In that sense, it's like he's almost like where does he get those reps? Because as a third stringer, you barely get any reps
Mm-hmm.
in camp, and you get zero reps in regular season. So it'll be a whole other, another year before he really gets reps. And if they don't bring Dak back, they'll draft someone high, and no coaches, no organization is going to say, well, we just drafted this first round quarterback. Let's let him compete with the journeyman guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard, man, and it's tough because you're right. He hasn't really played, but at some point, coaches want to see their guy in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, he's got another year before he's not considered a young quarterback anymore. Now next year will be his what, fifth year?
Fifth year, but still only 25. Bo
Yeah.
Nix comes into the league. He's an old cat. You know what I mean? So I think when you look at quarterbacks, you look at a guy who could go into his mid 30s.
Mm,
And if, I'm just saying, if you see some real potential in Trey Lance to where another year in your system, another year with a quarterback coach, another year to learn under a Dak Prescott, God forbid that doesn't get signed, he has to leave. At least you have somebody you might want to at least try to allow him to compete for the quarterback spot.
yeah.
Um, so I mean, I'm with you. I don't see him getting the reps this year. I really don't see it. And honestly, based on what I've seen in the preseason, I don't want him to get the reps this year.
Right.
We trying to make it to the playoffs and then some. I'm not ready to turn the reins over based on what I saw in the
Gotcha.
preseason to him anyway. So
Yeah.
this is all about Dak and CD, who just signed a new contract.
Right. Big ups to CD, man.
Yes, sir.
So you mentioned Michael Parsons got to get paid, and I heard something today. I want to get your thoughts on it. And you may not even be familiar, but Brian Baldinger was doing a breakdown of Nick Herbig, the second-year linebacker, edge rusher for the Steelers,
Mm-hmm.
and he did a breakdown. And this guy on TikTok named Dean Talk Sports or something, but he always does film breakdown. And he was saying how Nick Herbig moves like Michael Parsons. He just looks different when he moves. Are you familiar with Herbig at all?
No, I'm not.
So
that's a high compliment, though.
Right. And I mean, he's quick as a cat. Fires off the ball. Not a huge, not a big guy like Micah. But he does move different. But unfortunately, he's playing behind T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith. But I heard that comparison. I was just wondering if you were familiar with him because I never thought about that, and I was like, that's pretty interesting to say because you don't see many dudes off the edge that move like Micah.
No, not at all. He's one of a kind in terms of how he moves as well as his versatility.
Yeah.
I'm a big Micah fan.
Okay.
But I'm gonna check him out because I do want to see if we have a Micah in the making.
Right. Yeah, and it's crazy. Young dude from Hawaii he's leading the league in sacks in preseason. But we'll see. Cool. So we know it's not a running backs league anymore, right? We are way past the days of running backs glory days and the golden age of course the Emmitt Smiths and the Barry Sanders in those days, but even past the Adrian Petersons and Le'Veon Bell's, like those names will even seem like long gone now. In your opinion, in this day of 40 passing attempts a game, who's the best running back in the league?
I'm still gonna give it to. I don't think no one has taken the mantle from CMC. I think CMC is the best back in the game. However, Brees is on the way.
Okay.
He's a freaking stud.
I like Brees.
Yeah, he's a stud.
As we talk about some Jets, I had to take my cowboy
Right. I
hat
was
off.
like,
You done brought the Jets fan out on me now, baby.
Wardrobe change.
You done brought the Jets fan out. Keep going, fool. Mentioning Brees' name got me feeling good.
Yeah, I like Brees. Who you think?
Nah, I'm right with Pooh. Christian to me is the best, but I think Brees is credit to Pooh for mentioning Brees because I think people who understand football understand that Brees is right there on the cusp, right there, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he got. But it's a couple of other ones I like too, though. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Christian
no love for Nick Chubb.
He got.
I mean, I know he coming off the injury.
Yeah.
I got to see what he got coming off the injury, but
Nick Chubb was my favorite back to watch, and he was my most favorite back in the league. But like you say, he did go down.
Right.
He definitely. I definitely would have been there with Nick and Christian, but I think Christian kind of like separates himself with the hands.
Right.
But I love Nick. I love him.
Yeah.
I love the way Nick run. I mean, it was tough, and I'm hoping, to your point, he comes back as great as he was, and because he was at the top of the heap. The other one I like is in Atlanta though, Bijan Robinson.
I know
this is his second year, but what I got to see of him down here in Atlanta, that kid is nice.
Yeah.
Like special.
Absolutely.
Just don't get hurt, but he's nice.
So, you think Derrick Henry got anything left?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in the new surroundings. Like I
Don't
think this
say
might be
that.
one of the best years, best versions of Derrick we've seen
Yeah.
in a couple of years, actually.
Yeah. Hands down. And I'm looking for Saquon to put up gaudy numbers
Same here. Me
Mhm.
too.
as well.
Same reason.
You know, and he's right there on the heels of Christian.
Yeah.
You know, he can catch just as well, run just as hard. You know, his knock is that he won't press the hole.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He want to get to the outside, but
Right.
I mean, he's dynamic, man. Saquon's he's something special. He's special.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes these running backs special is that there are a lot of them who are dynamic. Like
Mhm.
I think whether it's Derek, Saquon, uh, even the kid in Detroit, Gibbs, like
Gibbs,
I think
Jacobs,
Jacobs, Taylor,
Kamara.
yeah,
ETN.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like while this running back era might, and I'll say might, lack the top of the tier to what you was talking about earlier, Jay, like the Emmets and the Barrys, like because those is the best who ever did it. When you look at every team, there's a lot of good running backs in this league.
Explosive.
There's a
Guys are
lot of good running backs. And
explosive.
honestly, being a Jets fan, the Jets have 4. I know that's like what, but they got Brees Hall, they got Braylon Allen, they got Israel Abakanda. I know I'm jacking up
yeah,
his name, and then they got a rookie like Davis, uh, Isaiah Davis, who
Mm.
is small but runs hard
okay.
and can catch the ball. Like I'm just looking at this team like you got Aaron Rodgers, you gotta throw it. But I would really rotate these running backs and
Right.
pound them the way I would approach the game. They got a real good stable of running back.
Yeah. Well, shit, you gonna do that? I ain't gonna let this go by without mentioning Najee and Jalen Warren. So I
Another
ain't gonna let them
another
know. All right.
another good running back room.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, and I agree. I think it's just the way the game is built now. Teams don't really, you know, run use their running backs till the wheels fall off and give them 400 carries a season.
Mm.
And you rarely find a team that has one bell cow. It's usually by committee these days.
And I think when
Um,
you do have an elite running back like Christian, and you're able to still give him a breather, that's when
right.
you see the high averages per
Mm.
carries
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're a lot fresher and
Yeah.
catches in Christian's case.
Right.
And don't forget about Jonathan Taylor as well.
Yeah.
Nah.
And
Taylor's
Swift.
name.
Swift is dynamic as well. So
Yeah.
like you say, it's pretty much well rounded in that backfield. Like it's
Yeah.
the majority of the league has a talented, running back. So
Right.
So
that's
I gotta
pretty
take
tough.
my cowboy hat off. That's
All right.
definitely one of our question marks. I'll say that going
Right.
into our season, our running back room.
Yeah.
Correct.
We got Zeke back, and it's
Right.
weird that at one point Zeke was one of the best in the league, and he might not be top 30 in the league right
All right.
now.
Yeah. Kid looked the his name Deuce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deuce
Yeah.
Vaughn looked
yeah,
good though.
Yeah. Electric.
Yeah.
very.
He's electric.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So hopefully he gets more
we get a
touches this
shot.
year.
Right. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Like you almost have to be considering how the game is played now. You can't afford to be, and teams can't afford to have a guy who's 3 yards in a cloud of dust and
Mm-hmm.
can't catch the ball out of the backfield and can't motion outside and like you got to be able to do all of that. Like I
Um,
don't like Jerome Bettis is my favorite back ever. He couldn't play today,
no,
and yeah, not the way
no.
he played. But it's weird. Like I mean, I guess that's the evolution from him in the same backfield to Le'Veon. Like just how different the game was played in that short.
Back then.
Sure, yeah. So
I say back
uh,
then, but that wasn't even that long ago.
yeah, right. But it's crazy. Like when Le'Veon was doing all that, like it caused a contract dispute and forced his way out of Pittsburgh. Now everybody's doing
Hmm.
it. Right? Like he wanted to get paid like a number 2 receiver because he had the second most catches on the team and he was running routes. Like almost every running back is doing that now.
Um, I ain't never thought about like, yeah, he was one of the early ones
All
because he
right.
was very versatile. I mean, shout
Yeah.
out to Le'Veon.
Yeah, he was that guy, man. Period.
Yeah.
He was that guy.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
He was on Antonio Brown's podcast a couple weeks ago. That was the biggest shit show I've ever seen in my life.
Mm.
That was
Uh,
horrible. Lincoln watched it and he was like, I think they both got CTE. I don't know what's going on.
Mm.
It was bad.
Dang.
You sound about right.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just excited for the season, man. It's again, we'll touch next week on our picks for division winners and playoff picks and Super Bowl picks and individual awards. So we'll do that next week. And but I'm just looking forward to it, man. Like,
Same here, man. It's some good young talent coming into the league. Some young quarterbacks that are going to get the start from the beginning of the season.
yeah,
So just a lot of excitement in a lot of different franchises, along with the teams that you expect to be there. But
right.
just the whole unknown of it all. Um, Looking forward to it. But I mean, I think some of the names we mentioned, particularly with those running backs, I'm looking forward to seeing that offense. So Baltimore's one with D. Henry
Mm,
and Lamar. That's definitely one I'm on the lookout for, just as a football fan. And you said the other one, Pool, which is Saquon and Philly.
Yeah.
I think
mm,
both them running backs is a perfect fit on the offenses, and they could be really explosive this year. So
yeah,
looking
man.
forward
Yeah,
to the season.
yeah. I like line play. I'm excited to see. You mentioned Philly. I'm excited to see what Jalen Carter looks like this year.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
that's always
monster.
fun to watch him play, right? Um, so, surprise question. Just thought about this. Pooh, if there's one player in the league your you sell your car to watch play,
Mm.
who would it be?
I'm gonna go against. I love backs, so I'm gonna go against back. I'm gonna say Pat Mahomes.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay,
I'm gonna say Pat.
that ain't bad. I mean,
Could I squeeze one more? Or do I got to wait to come back?
Go ahead,
Because I
squeeze
got
one
I
more.
got one
squeeze
more.
another one in. Yeah,
Okay, and I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna say a bear because of course I would love to see Caleb, but I would love to see
mm,
T.J. Watt play.
yeah,
Mm.
It to me his motor is like I don't even have I don't even have an adjective for it. He goes.
yeah. I mean, he will be on my list, but I've seen TJ play, and it was
Yeah,
worth it. I
yeah.
will sell
You
my
said
car
it was
again.
worth it.
Right. Um, but yeah. Al, how about you?
First guy that came to list was Lamar.
Mm,
Like I kind of like watching Michael Vick, and I did get to see Vick play a couple of times
mm,
live. His speed, his wiggle, it was so much better live. And how also he could flick the ball so effortlessly,
Mm-hmm.
Vic. And to see that live was just like, wow, this dude
Mm-hmm.
is so nice.
Right.
I'd like to see Lamar because I just think he has that rare combination of
mm,
those two attributes, and that's one. On a defensive tip, I mean, we mentioned his name earlier, but I think I would love to see Micah play. I
mm,
haven't seen him play yet, and I just think
Right.
um, he's a very explosive athlete that moves from all around the defensive alignment, and I think that would be fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to name some names that y'all ain't said,
Mm,
just to be different. But I mean, of course, the Mahomes and TJ, Micah, of course. But on the offensive side, I'll start on defense because it's one that I would love to see play, and that's Fred Warner.
Mm-hmm.
No, Fred he's special. Not comparing them as players, but the way he plays the game, it puts me in. It makes me want to run through a wall. Like I love how he plays and just the angles he takes to the ball and how smart he is. I love watching Fred Warner play. Offensively, oof, man, I'm about to sound like a real 49ers fan here, and I hate it. But I don't know. I've always wanted to see Trent Williams play in person because the dude is such a special athlete. Um, and it's rare that you get to see an offensive lineman be like a focal point of an offense, and they actually run that offense around him in certain ways. And I feel bad because early in his career, I hated Oklahoma and I hated Washington. So I never gave Trent the credit he deserved until I watched his documentary about him having cancer. And I was like, man, let me watch this dude play. And I was
He's a
pissed at
monster.
myself. Right, Trent is like that. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they need to hurry up and sign that brother.
We're about to find out a lot about Brock Purdy if he ain't got Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams. So we'll see.
What's the name of that documentary? The Silverback or something, man?
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
shout out to Silverback. Add that to the list.
Yeah, I think it's on Prime, might be.
I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, really good documentary. But yeah, I don't know. We ain't got much today. We could jump into some trivia. I'm just ready, man. And just I liked it when we have 4 preseason games. We jump straight into the regular season. Because this bye week gonna kill me. I'm gonna be finding somebody's grass to cut and washing my neighbor's cars. I'm gonna be doing all kinds of stuff to get this weekend passed, man.
I
Right.
appreciate that they do it after Labor Day, so they done timed it out to where they
Right.
say this is the
Yeah.
football season. Y'all about to go hard. Y'all about to just focus on football in your weekend.
Right.
You got one more weekend. Go out to the park. Go out to the lake. Do
Talk to your
barbecue.
wife.
Talk to your wife. Do whatever.
Right.
Do
Yeah.
some work around the house. Get it on out the way. Because next Sunday,
Right.
or Saturday, even the college football.
Right. Yeah. What about Florida State losing to Georgia Tech? Man, that's crazy. But it's all fair in loving football, all right? Yeah, man. Well, pull us on you, man. I'm ready to get smoked by Al. Let's do this.
That's what's up, man.
It's trivia.
I'm pulling it up now, man.
Okay.
Trivia.
Yeah. The way Al.
All right, man.
I don't know if your boot's still smoking from last week, but
So we got 3 rounds, man. Where my pencil at?
Okay.
Short and sweet.
Okay.
Got to move a little bit. Not prepared, man. All right.
Yes,
so
sir.
the name of the joint is Monday Night Lights, man.
Okay.
So we're gonna be 3 rounds. Ask you guys a question apiece, and you need to. Each question is worth 5 points. So you're gonna try to guess the player. These are the top 25 performances in the history of Monday Night Football. All right. So, like I said, each correct answer is worth 5 points, and the 3 rounds, like I said, 5 points each, and the last round, which is one more, you can wager. So that's going to be the 4th. You're going to wager whatever you want to wager that you have to, I guess, try to catch or
Mm-hmm.
to try to seize the victory.
Okay. And performances like rushing, passing.
It could be anything. It could be defense. It could be whatever. They just
Oh,
listed as the top 25
oh, okay.
NFL performances in history. Monday night.
Whew. All right.
Monday Night Lights, man.
Gotcha.
Let's get it.
JRL. Okay, we'll start with the champ, man.
Go
Here
out.
we go.
Get this up, man. Okay. One second. All right. Brett Favre and the 3-0 Minnesota Vikings traveled to Green Bay to take on the Packers on the same field where Favre had built his legend. The Vikings would ultimately pull out a 30-23 victory, but instead of Brett Favre as the star, it was the defensive lineman who recorded 4.5 sacks, the most in Monday Night Football history. Who is this guy?
Randall.
Randall? That is incorrect. It is Jared Allen.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mm,
I
Jared
remember Jay
Allen.
Allen. I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy.
All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. These two running backs, well, let me start off. This running back duo racked up 301 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground to defeat division rival Tampa Bay Buccaneers 38-23. One back rushed for 19 times, 186 yards and 2 touchdowns, while his running mate rushed 15 times for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. Who is this dynamic duo?
Jeez. Drew, I'm stuck between two. I'm gonna say D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart.
That is correct.
Ah,
Mm. Mm.
whew.
Who
I
was
was
the
gonna
other?
Warwick Dunn and T.J. Duckett.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
So, all right. So these two quarterback titans faced
Mm.
off. All right. One was Tom Brady of the New England Patriots.
Okay.
The opponent dominated the game with his strong arm. He threw 18 for 23,
Mm.
371 yards, and 5 touchdowns in a dominant performance that will help propel this NFC team to the
NFC
Super
team.
Bowl,
Mm.
and they will later win the championship.
What year? No, you can't tell me what year.
Hold on.
That'd be too much.
Yeah, Tom played for
The
20
the
years.
team, the NFC team was 10-0 at the time, and I'm gonna give you the year 2009, and the game was on November 30th. Spoon fed him, Jay.
Yeah.
No, but I'll see. I'll see what I can guess. 2009. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, uh, Drew Brees.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right, all right. So the Giants had a 16-14 lead entering the fourth quarter, but this NFC team would soon take command of the game after a Chris Carter touchdown to take the lead, and then a 57-yard touchdown by an unnamed player. The unnamed player ended up with 10 catches, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns, along with one 18-yard touchdown run. Who is this unnamed player?
Can you repeat that?
Damn it, Jay.
My bad, man. Making you read and shit.
Yeah, greasing me, man. I ain't at work.
Because I had one
But
player.
He said, I ain't at work.
I had one player, man, who you said 18-yard touchdown run. I'm like,
yeah. Okay. The Giants had a 16-14 lead entering the fourth quarter, but this NFC team would soon take command of the game after a Chris Carter touchdown to take the lead, and then a 57-yard touchdown by this unnamed player. This unnamed player ended up with 10 catches, 171 yards, and 3 touchdowns, along with one 18-yard touchdown run. Who is this unnamed player?
shit, man.
7,
I don't know where I want to go.
6, 5,
Randy Moss.
4. This unnamed player is
Jay Reed.
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
Am I spoon feeding him, Al?
You coming close, but we ain't.
Nah.
We'll let him go.
When he said run, I was thinking Robert Smith, and I was like, he had 10
Oh,
catches,
man.
though. But yeah.
Right. That's all right.
I'll take him out and get him.
1 second. All right. Let me get some, man. Okay. September 5th, 1994. It was opening. You're
30
crazy,
years
Al.
ago. Let's go. Go ahead, I'm listening.
You're crazy, Al. September 5th, 1994. It was opening weekend of the 1994 season when this wide receiver put a serious beating on the Los Angeles Raiders. I am trying to see if okay. I didn't want to get that out. Okay. This wide receiver caught 7 passes for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as one 23-yard run for the touchdown. That's all they gave me, Al.
I'm like, oh, that's it. I'm gonna go with Jerry Rice.
Al, you're on the board, man.
Whoa.
It's Jerry Rice.
Okay. At least I'm on the board.
You're on the board. All right. December 18th, 2000. Okay. Okay. This team will ultimately come out on top of this back and forth contest on the strength of a running back's touchdown run. This running back turned in a career game with 23 carries for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns, along with 5 receptions for 52 yards. Who is this NFC running back?
Damn, we don't get no team they was playing or nothing.
It didn't. Okay. He played the St. Louis Rams.
Against the Rams.
So 2 NFC teams, December 18th. Both teams was 9-5 at the time. So it was a huge game between the two.
Man,
Don't start counting
7,
down.
6,
Like,
5,
get this dude.
4, 3,
Adrian Peterson. 2.
Adrian Peterson is incorrect. It is Mr. Warwick Dunn.
Ah.
Dang,
I
Warwick
thought.
was still playing back then.
All right. So Jay, it's the end of the third round. Jay has 10. Al has 5.
Okay.
Al, you can double that. You can wager that 5, and that will allow you to double it. And you can reach to 10 if you want to double that 5, or you have to. That's the only way you can catch Jay, and that'll put us in a bonus round. If
Yeah.
Jay, what you want to do?
Go on, I'll risk it.
Jay, what you gonna wager? Got to go ahead and put the wagers up front.
I can
Oh
wager
well,
anything
yeah.
from.
I'll let you wait. Yeah. I'll wait because that's the beauty of you having the lead. Well,
Nah,
He can
go
no.
wait.
wager none.
He can
Yeah.
wait to what?
Yeah. I'm
Nah.
gonna put you in the blind. Yeah, it's a poker game. I'm gonna put you in the blind. Yeah.
So Al went all in.
I
He
went
went
all
all
in.
in.
Shit, either way, if I wager 1 point, then
I don't know. Can you do 1 point?
right, I got to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
5. I
yeah,
can do
yeah,
1.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do
Okay.
one.
Hmm.
We can do one.
I'm gonna go
Hmm.
1 point.
We're gonna go with 1 point. Okay.
Yeah.
So plus 1. All right. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. This team will go on to
This for
win a
me?
Super Bowl. Yeah. My
Okay,
bad.
go
My
ahead.
bad.
All right.
Al. Yeah. My bad. I just want to carry on. Okay. This NFC team went on to win its first Super Bowl after turning the tables on Monday Night Football. This NFC team destroyed their rival on their home field 35-0. This running back ran the ball for 21 times, 163 yards, and 4 touchdowns
Mm.
in a season that would ultimately he would ultimately run for 25 touchdowns. Who is this NFC running back?
You didn't say a year, did you?
Huh?
You didn't say a year, right? Like that wasn't part of it. I'm gonna
7,
guess
6.
Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch is incorrect.
Mm.
The running back is Emmitt Smith.
That's
Mm.
crazy.
That hurts. That hurts.
Hold up, you said when they won their first Super Bowl though?
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah.
Dallas. When did they win that? They didn't win their first Super Bowl with him.
They said the Dallas Cowboys will go on to win the Super Bowl, and I didn't say the year because that would have gave you a flat out win.
Gotcha.
I mean, yeah,
He made the first Super Bowl in that dynasty.
right. Oh well,
Mm.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
Jay, for shits and giggles.
What you got?
All right, all right. This player knows Monday Night Football. This unknown player led his team over the Seahawks in a dominant performance by a young phenomenon. He ran 18 times and amassed 221 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 1 catch for a 14-yard touchdown as well. Who is this young phenom running back?
Bo Jackson.
Bo knows.
Mm.
That is correct. A final score, J11 and champion
Donut.
Love.
Anything's possible. We did it.
Hey,
Good
good
work,
game,
Al.
fellas.
Yeah,
Good
good
Game,
game.
game,
Al.
man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Good trivia, Pooh.
Yeah, it was a good one. I had to go.
Al said I spoon fed you, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
man. What? He gave you Emmitt Smith.
I
Put
did
it
get
right in
him.
your lap.
yeah.
Right
I'm
in
gonna
your.
have to ride home with that one. That didn't feel good when you said it was
It's
Emmett
gonna be
Smith.
a long walk up the stairs.
Damn.
Oh man, that was a good one. I like.
Damn. Yes, sir.
And
The bed gonna be cold tonight, man.
right,
Yeah.
man. But hey, you're welcome, Pooh. I got it back for you.
No doubt, no doubt.
Avenged the loss.
Right,
So that means I'll have it next week.
right, all right. Well, cool, good stuff, man. Well, yeah. Another round of trivia. It's like we'll try to have somebody extend the streak past the week next week. I'll defend my title against you, Pooh.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's all we got for this week, man. Y'all got any parting shots, Al?
Nah, man. Have a good weekend. Everybody stay safe in them streets.
No doubt. Cool.
Same here, bro. Stay safe, man. Keep it tight, man, and watch them cats out there, man. Them young boys wild.
And YNs is
Mhm.
crazy. Yeah. Got nothing crazy, man. Just shout out to Hollywood P. Wanted to saw my boy get married this weekend.
That's what's up.
Okay, congrats.
Yeah, beautiful event. Beautiful bride. Paul, you definitely outkicked your coverage, man. Proud of you, bro.
That's what's up.
West Coast was in it. It's good to see
Okay,
them.
shout out to
Yeah,
West Coast.
yeah, it was good to see them boys, man.
Congratulations, Hollywood.
No doubt. Yeah, man. That's all we got. We'll be right back here again next week, leading into the season. Until then, Defy life.
My life.
About life. Peace.
Peace. Yes, sir.